Come get some.
Before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that the following gameplay is going to be by Bucks himself, and the description is going to hold the link to that video. After that, it's going to be all my gameplay. Just a little heads up, so here we go. What's going on, vaginas and ball sacks? Today I got a very special guest. His name is Bucks SugaFree, also known as Bucks Negro Ops, and he's a bank shotter, tomahawk, whatever the hell you want to call him. He's amazing at knives, and here he is.
Vaginas and ball sacks. What's up, everybody?
Yes, that's how we do it around here.
that was good.
Alright, so in this commentary I'm basically going to be asking him a bunch of questions just so you guys can get to know him and go check out his channel. His link is going to be in the description below, so just keep that in mind and go check him out. So, we're going to start off with these questions. You ready, sir?
I am ready.
Alright, so what got you started with bank shotting and like knife only?
Bank shotting, and I'll start first because I started in Black Ops 1 with bank shotting, of course, and most people know, if you know bank shots, you know who Miss Danielle is, and she is the one that got me into it. Just watching her videos, I remember seeing her video for the first time, and I was like, oh shit, you can do this with the tomahawk, because I was used to like throwing cross map and just getting regular, you know, just regular kills with it, and I saw these bank shots and these crazy kills with it, and I just fell in love with it, and I was like, this is amazing, the stuff you can do with it. And honestly, like I never was like a knife only person, probably until Modern Warfare 3. Like Black Ops 2, I shot my guns and I love shooting guns and all this stuff. I didn't go knife only too much, but once Modern Warfare 3 came out, and due to like lag comp and my bullets just not killing anybody, I just said screw it, I'm gonna go knife only, because that's the only thing that seems for me to kill, and I enjoyed it and I have fun with it, and I haven't stopped doing it since. So that's pretty much why I'm knife only now, is because of lag comp.
Yeah, for me it's kind of opposite, because I used to, in Black Ops, I used to always bank shot just for the fuck of it and get random kills every once in a while. I used to do some videos on it, put it in my theater back then, and then I don't know, I started knifing and I never got any knife kills, and I would just glitch all over and shit. I'm sure you go through the same thing because you do it all the time. Yeah. But it kind of got annoying for me, so I went back to the gun, and I'm just like, you know, sometimes I spray and pray, but that's basically all I do anymore, is just use my gun. I haven't, in Black Ops 2, I have not even used the tomahawk, like maybe 10 of them probably. And that's a huge turnaround for me, because I always loved throwing knives and tomahawks, because all of my friends, that's kind of what they knew me for. They're like, oh, he's badass at throwing knives and stuff. And what I see you do, you're a god to me, because that's it's badass what you do, and I think it's so creative in the things you do off the fly. I understand what you mean completely with that, because I used to always think of shit I could throw it at just to bank it off. And I know when I do use the tomahawk, or combat axe, whatever the fuck you want to call it, in Black Ops 2, I always, what's the map with the silo, the huge silo on it?
Black Ops 1,
2?
2. The silo, God, I don't even know.
I forgot the, it's the one with the huge silo in the middle, and I always try and bank it off there, and I never hit anybody. But I seen you do it in one of your videos.
Oh,
and,
you mean meltdown, like the
yeah, meltdown. Yeah, I call it a silo. I don't care.
I think a silo is like a missile or something like that.
It looks like the same thing to me. Okay. All right. So, what do you feel like you're doing to like help out the community with like banking and knife only people?
Well, if a lot of people see my channel, they know the type of videos that I make. I had this series called SoCal or Nothing that I started in Modern Warfare 3. It's basically all or nothing gameplay, but they're all dual tages. Like I would you know, hook up with another good knifer, another good person that's good with throwing knives, and I make these dual tages with them and promote them and put their channel in the description, and it was like 11 video series where I did a dual tage in each one. And that's something I did to try to help out, you know, other knifers, promote them, get them recognition, show off their skills. I try, if somebody sends me a video on YouTube, you know, hey, can you check this out or whatever, I'll definitely take a look at it. If I like it, I'll like it, you know, always comment on it. I try to just to do the little things that I can, that because like honestly, like liking somebody's video is not that hard for me to do, but it means so much to them. and just commenting on people's videos, you know, just in general watching them, and just trying to be there and supportive for everybody. And that's the best thing to do is just support the people, because like, you know, there's so many people support me. Like if I gave nothing back, like I would just be like the biggest douche, and I would just drown, and I would just fall off the face of the earth, you know.
Yeah, I understand exactly what you mean because like I always like before I wasn't even big or really into YouTube, I would always like message people I was like a fan of or something, and I'd be like, "Oh my god, I love your videos." And if they ever replied to me, that was like hallelujah, and I would go crazy. I remember, you might not know this guy. His name's iSexy.
No.
Yeah. He's got like 120,000 subscribers. He replied to me like a few months back, and I was flipping balls. I was like, "Oh my god, he talked to me." And like, I don't know, it's just a sense of enjoyment you can get out of other people, and if I can give that to people like you're saying,
Oh
you can
yeah.
give that to other people. That's awesome. That's what I want to
Yeah,
bring to everybody,
it,
and
it's
it's
crazy.
really
It's crazy. Like, I mean, I'm not used to it, because I mean, I've been on YouTube for about 2 years, and but my success, I don't even like to call it success, but like it came at such a fast rate, you know.
Mhm.
You know, I just basically went from a nobody that nobody knew, or I guess, well, whatever, but to, getting in with Miss Danielle, and tricks and ninja knives, and playing with straight up knives, and and I also know David Vonderhaar personally. You know, I've met him plenty of times, and he's done some pretty cool things for me. And it's just kind of like this niche that I worked myself into with the industry and YouTube community, and it just all came on so fast that nothing's settled in. Like I get people putting comments on my videos saying like, "Oh, if you reply to this, you'll make my day," or you're my hero, or all this stuff that they say, and I'm just like, I'm really nobody. You know, I'm just a dude that likes to play video games. You know, and I don't, and it's kind of weird for people to give me so much praise. You know, I don't know. I just something I just can't comprehend it just yet. So that's why I'm so level headed with things, and I just, people are like, "Oh, you're so cool because you reply to me on Twitter all the time, and you're so easy to talk to." I'm just like, because honestly, I'm nothing special. Like, 'cause I'm just a dude that plays video games, and that's it.
Yeah, and I like to think of myself as a regular person, and when I get messages from people, it means so much to me when they ask me questions about their personal life for me to try and help them and stuff with my series that I do. And like you're saying, just a simple reply can make someone's day, and that's like it's the
Yeah.
coolest thing ever. And even though I know big YouTubers are regular people too, it still makes me feel good if they reply to me. So
Oh
it,
yeah.
it's it's
Yeah.
it's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like, yeah. Well, yeah.
go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say, like, when I got to know Straight Up Knives, and he sent me tweets saying, "Hey, I want to play with you, this and that." And then like the first time I got to play with him, I was like, "Oh shit, I'm playing with Straight Up Knives." But then after you play it a couple times, you're like, this is just a guy like anybody else, and you're just having fun. And then all the I can't even think of the word. It just kind of goes away, like you're not in awe anymore of him. It just seems like a regular dude, and that's how it should be, with
Yeah,
everybody.
that's exactly how it should be. Everybody should just be normal with each other and have fun. That's the main thing, is to have fun and just chill.
Yep.
All right. So, what else do we have? What's your like I keep saying idea. Ideal class setup from like all the Call of Duties combined, like perks, equipment, knives, etc. Like all that put together.
All right. Ideal perk. Well, since now I'm completely knife only. The best thing to do is to be fast and silent. So my main perks that I like to have, if you can put them all together, is I like to have lightweight, ghost, scavenger. I'm gonna kind of go off of Black Ops 2. Fast hands is good, depending on if you can throw the tomahawk or throwing knife fast. If you need a
Hmm.
perk to make it faster, that's definitely an essential to have.
Yep.
And then dead silence and extreme conditioning, but it has to be unlimited sprint extreme conditioning. I don't know why they took that away from Black Ops 1, because it's like extreme conditioning now in Black Ops 2 is just almost useless, because like the only time you actually run far is at the beginning of the match, but then after that you take like 3 or 4 steps and you stop, 3 or 4 steps and you stop. So unlimited sprint for a knifer is just like essential. But um weapons, definitely ballistic knives. I like the combat knife, but the only problem is I like to rely on a reticule, because I
Yeah.
mean tomahawk, stuff like that. And since they took that away with the combat knife, like I really don't like to use it too much. That's why I use the ballistic knives. Concussion grenades are good. Shock charges are good for bank shots. And then honestly, like if you want to know what type of kill streaks I like to use, I only use a UAV. I really don't like to have the game get the kills for me.
Yeah, you like to get them all by yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a good satisfaction to kill. This is gonna sound kind of like demented, but to kill somebody yourself, you know, especially knifing people. There's such a great satisfaction getting that, getting up. And
yeah, because they got a gun, and it's just like quick scoping. Whenever I quick scope and get a kill, I'm like, oh hell yeah, I just quick scoped you, and you got a fully automatic gun. And when I get like tomahawks or throwing knives, it's like such a good feeling. I love that noise it makes on every Call of Duty. It has a distinct noise that I just love. Yeah, and it's, especially just being a knifer, it's like you really have to outsmart all these other players, because I mean you have to be right up on them to kill them, so you got to find a way to get up on them, you know, especially, you know, if they can shoot you from, you know, 100 yards away, you got to find a way to get all around that and get behind them, or, you know, get aside of them, blindside them and stuff like that. So it's a real challenge. It's you know, I think that's why there's such a huge knifing community now, because it is challenging and it is becoming more respected. I mean, I know it pisses a lot of people off, but honestly, the gratification that comes with it when you have a really good knife holding game is unlike no other. And it makes the game a lot more fun. I know that for sure. Yes. And you don't get as mad as much, because you already know that you're kind of like overpowered. Well, they're overpowering you. So when you do good, it's a really good thing. Yeah, and just a word of advice to anybody who is going knife only or plans to go knife only: you can't care about your KD. Like honestly, you cannot care about your KD, because you're gonna die a lot, and it's gonna get frustrating. But honestly, when you do get those good games and you just totally destroy the other team with just your knives, it's such a great satisfaction. Hey, if you're still watching, you might as well watch part 2. We had a lot of fun doing this dual commentary, so go ahead, click it. You know you want to. She's saying, I will fly you to the moon and back if you be